I don't know what the fuck paint tingu is. Oh, wrong way. Horror! Oh.
Charge your chin.
We need a new intro, Sean. It's not. It's a bit gay. But it still needs to be 3 minutes of a monkey playing piano. Where's that other one? The fucking, like... Where's that other one? The amount of fucking tunes we have right now. Where is this, like... in the Painting Goo playlist or whatever. Right. Greetings, my beloved Japonaita, and welcome to another glorious episode of Painting Goo. I woke up like fucking an hour ago. I slept in till like 3 o'clock in the day. A bear must hibernate now and again. Let me see. Oh, Jesus. Quite often, especially when I don't get good sleep, but me getting up is about like sometimes 2 to 3 hours of like coffee, cigarettes, stretching, slow stretching. It's like got up and went to touch, like I went to touch my toes out of the bed, like, and I could just feel parts of my shoulders and my spine just like pop, click, pop, click, pop. It's like fucking snap, crackle, and pop. Is that what it was? You guys have Rice Krispies in America? I'd love to know all the brands that you guys don't have that we do, and then vice versa. This is the tune I was talking about. Yeah, this is a good intro tune. I can tell you just woke up. I sent you a new intro the other day. Did you? Fucking. Yeah, I'm all over the place right now. I am currently unassembled. Assembly is still required. I'm not awake right now. I'm not switched on. Printer Bear is just like, here. Thank you. All right, yeah, it's literally just okay, cool. Did I put that in the fucking saved messages? That's nice. I like the sound of that. Oh, it is there. That's some nice piano. Even if it is fake and gay, it's still nice. It's like, we were okay for decades with the mainstream being fake and gay, but at least it was nice. Now it's just hell on earth. Is this lined up correctly? I'm fucking like... Getting a bit like... Getting like Italian fucking like... A painting me, a painting you. Getting some Pavarotti in this bitch like... The idea of a chimp playing piano is just hilarious. Like, I'm sure somebody did it before. I'm sure there was like some fucking... I'm not claiming to be the first one with a chimpanzee. He's not even a chimp. Look at him. Looks nothing like a chimp. He's some kind of weird like spider monkey chimpanzee variant. Still a bit off. It's actually hilarious. Oh, that's actually hilarious. Manic little monkey playing the grand piano. Oh, fuck. He tried to kill me, you know. He was sent here to murder me. Till I petrified his ass. In petrification fluid. Alright, that's good enough. Or is it? I'm kind of blocking Tobias off a bit. There we go. Rovery. I've attained it. I'm only sticking around for like 50 minutes though, because I have to get ready for the fucking... We have a meeting. Wir haben ein Meeting with the group. The Creative Nazi Group. So, you cannot speak those things here. Guaylo. Fucking like... It's so funny how they're all trying to pretend like, you know, oh yeah, like we're progressive and inclusive and diverse and diversity is their strength and all this shit. They're basically like a fucked up amalgamation of like communists, Borg, and some kind of like empire. They are the gay empire. They've gone from the gay horde to the gay empire. You can't say that here. Like, ugh. Makes the fluid in my spine like contort. Oh, fucking hell. Right. We return to the... What the fuck are we calling this thing? Golden Dragon. Baby one. Baby Golden Dragon. I'm not liking these sections. This little collar thing, that's alright. Kind of looks like scales that would be on the parts of a lizard's body that move more fleshy, less spiky. Highlights are looking okay. His bottom jaw is a bit shit looking. Let me see. It is dead handy having a smaller version right beside me, like, because then I can see it from a distance without having to get up off my fat ass. I wish my ass was fat. My ass is incredibly lean. Like sometimes when I flex my hands and there's like that massive gap in between the tendons there, I can literally cast a shadow on my own wrist like a fucking vampire. Right. He needs some claws on those stumpy paws. He is but a baby. Leave him alone. Part of the healthy American diet consists of Rice Krispies. You guys have Rice Krispies, yeah? Man, I used to love them. Fucking whack a load of sugar on them. I just used to whack a load of sugar on everything. Oh my god, sugar, like... Sugar and I have had a bad relationship over the years. Like, I used to just like eat little, little sugar cubes you can get to like put in tea and coffee and whatever. Like, I used to just eat them. There used to be like a bar of jelly that you could get. There was a bar of like, it was like three squares by, three cubes by like 6, maybe 5. It was like it was just a wee thing, like, about like it's about half the like if you're a real man, it's about half the size of your hand. It's about 3 inches across by 1 inch thick, and like 2 inches wide or whatever. Like, but it was the thing you'd slap it in the bowl with a lot of hot water, and it would expand, and then you'd leave it in the fridge overnight. And then when you went back to it, you had a bowl of jelly of whatever flavor. It's cool, like. And I used to just eat that. You used to just eat it like it was like a candy bar, like like a whole. It was like 2 liters worth. Like, I remember my ma had this like massive bowl. Like, if I didn't eat the thing prior to creation, they would have this huge glass bowl full of jelly, and it was very flavoursome, like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like diluted, it wasn't like watered down shite. It was this big bowl of jelly, like, and so many times I remember just eating the thing to make the bowl of jelly, like, just like take the wrapper off and just sugar, like, I'm a fucking bear. I just didn't have access to honey. It's just like candy. Fucking fistfuls of gummy bears and Skittles and Starburst and fucking, man, I fucking miss Starburst. Like, that's probably one of the reasons I lost a lot of weight the last several years. Like, I don't fucking consume half the amount of sugar I used to consume. Like, you used to just get super high and just eat a fuck ton of junk food. Like the fact that I'm still alive, the fact that I made it this far is a fucking miracle. I did awful things to my body, like. I remember I used to say, like, people would be like, you smoke, you drink, like, do you do anything else, like, do you do any of the hard stuff, like, and I'm like, no, I'm not into the mad shit, like, like, I used to say, I always thought if, like, it'd be a really bad idea for somebody like me to do heroin, because I'd probably really like it, and I'd get addicted to it, which is like, I am very self-aware in a sense, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing that. I'll die. I like eating fistfuls of junk food since I was like knee high to a grasshopper. Like, I remember a teacher turned around to me in school one day and was like, "What have you got for your lunch?" And I always had like two big sandwiches. They were like ham and cheese or tuna, like quite often tuna. Other kids used to like uh think I was gross because I like tuna sandwiches. They were like, smell of that, eating fish. Oh man, when I ruminate on my past, it's actually hilarious. Like, I had that like atypical, like fucking growing up as a ginger, surrounded by a lot of not inner city. My primary school was like, what would they? They would have been suburban, middle class and lower class, with a few foreigners. We had this one German kid called Charlie. So funny. He looked like a fucking monkey. The ears on him. I remember him being like a nice kid though. How many of your like? Do you guys remember like the names of kids from kindergarten and primary? What do you guys call it? Like, just we call it primary school and then secondary school. You guys call it kindergarten, middle school, and then high school, is it? And then college or university? Oh, fuck! My shoulder just clicked like 3 times in rapid succession. Oh. I remember loads of their names and their faces and like moments and shit. It's weird because I literally only had Sumi Masa. I was talking to your one Wendy about the meeting that we're having later. In that place where the no words cannot be spoken, lest Voldemort show up and fuck everyone up. Like, like the fact that these people actually act like, shh, somebody might hear you. Somebody somewhere might get offended. Like, and then the people do get it, like the ones that actually choose to be offended, like, I am hurt. I am saddened by your words. It's like, Jesus, that's pathetic, you know? Really weak. But whatever. Anyway, I remember loads of their names. You guys remember any of them? Not a chance. I can remember maybe one or two. Yeah. Oh, my teeth are falling out again. Yeah. Like, yeah. I seriously was that bad. Like, struggle session. Well, yeah. The thing later won't be fucking probably. I don't know. Like, you never know. I have to be on my best behavior now. See, that's the thing though. It's like I now I have to have that extra um line of code, that extra program running in my head of, you know, being more careful about my words or whatever, like, and that just like immediately changes everything, you know. It's like you're not you, you're you with a filter on. You're you with a muzzle. You've been muzzled. You know, like, that's disgusting, like. And the fact that they have no problem doing it because they think that that's the like moral thing to do, is to tell people to change how they speak because they're going to, like, it's so insidious, you know. It's like, we're going to have to teach these cattle how to behave when an influx of foreigners completely changes the dynamics of their culture. Like, it's so like, that's what it is. It is funny when you think of it from a farming perspective because they're just looking at a load of like assets, and they're just like, okay, this group's going to react like this. There's going to be some violence here. There's going to be some political pushback over here. These guys are going to start bitching about like, and they don't have the same access to certain resources or whatever like that. So kill this guy, bring this over here, send a load of them there, come up with a fucking political like counterplay to this, fucking do that over here, fucking like it literally is just chess. It's like someone playing Command and Conquer. Like, oh, I see they've reinforced that section of the map. Oh, I'll just stick 2 cannons over here. Like, like oh, fuck. Gotta get some tenure under your belt and then just unleash Arcade. Yeah, fuck tenure. Tenure's for faggots. Oh, perfect timing. Yeah, refill. Thank you, my love. Right, tunes. What time is it? Right, we still got 40 minutes left. I didn't ramble for too long. Excellent. Right, tunes. I need some metal right now. I need it. I need metal. Aggression is better than depression. Where's my metal? There we go. Oh, wake the fuck up. Man, I fucking love Punjab metal. Ding, digga, ding, digga, ding, digga, ding, digga. Ugh. You ever see them lads, the Indian lads, just like running around, slapping each other in the sand? They're like jumping at each other and slapping each other and shit and all. Like, man, Indians are hilarious. I fucking love them. They're filthy. They're creepy in a sexual way. They're fucking hilarious though. I think they speak English better than, like, the English. Like, hello, sir, and welcome. Like, accent's hilarious, man. What am I gonna do to you, you little yellow fuck? I just got an image in my mind of, like, a Marine in Vietnam. What am I gonna do with you, you little yellow fuck? Just like pointing a shotgun at a Viet Cong soldier that he found in one of them booby trap things. He's just like huddled up in the fetal position, looking up at him with his katana, like just staring at the business end of a 12-gauge trench gun, like. Oh Jesus. I didn't put a second layer of white on him, did I? I don't think I did. Hold on. I don't have the brain power to be shouting over the music right now. Hold on. I just need to get like really quick and accurate with turning it down so I'm not like shouting over the fucking thing. Is it wise to keep a relationship with a suspected narcissist exhibiting signs of cult member behavior? Trying to say something. Is it wise to keep a relationship? Keep your friends close. Keep your enemies closer. Isn't that what they say? Dick Fordu. Welcome to painting. I'm only doing another like 35 minutes, so I'll do the phrase at the end, and then maybe just read chat and then play the outro and wrap it up that way. Fucking tunes, boy. I am Ratu as always, and your Japu sucks. This person in mind is my mom. Oh shit, you serious? Fuck. Do tell, spill that tea, nigga. Like, are you sure she just hasn't been like wearing funny hats lately or something, like, you know? Like, if you just noticed her, like, is that the cult behavior you've noticed? Is she's just wearing, like, just weird hats lately? So I probably wouldn't worry about that, you know? Maybe you should be really worried, but I don't know, like, you know. Don't fucking listen to me, like. That's the situation yourself. No hats involved that I'm aware of. So what's she been saying then? Did you accidentally discover a shrine of sorts? Everything that's said from now on needs to be prefaced with, like, she is your mother. You know, like, I mean, if I can forgive my mother, you know. Don't get me wrong, I've seen some weapons. Like, I've met women that have made me like say to myself, Jesus, my ma's not that bad. Like, and my ma was pretty bad. Like, like, it's a bit complex and long-winded for text. I can imagine so. Like, I think it'd just be hilarious to like consider it a challenge to make it as concise and summarized as possible. Because it'd probably sound hilarious then. You'd probably just be like, she started buying a lot of chickens. Like, just single kind of vague, open-ended statements. Yeah, like, I noticed the other day that she's far uglier than usual. Like, did the show work for your Mrs. Desmondo? You're talking about Plex. Still only shows that's on my watch list, but no option play. Plex fucking you? Is Plex fucking you in the ass? You should be grateful for Plex. Plex is a gift. All hail Plex. Oh fuck. I need to make a video game. So I could just put all of these like retard cult members in a video game and just like ruthlessly butcher them all in various ways. While it's still legal to express yourself artistically in some mediums. The Plex give it. The Plex take it away. My balls. Stabberoo just doing fucking like customer service over the fucking chat. Were you able to watch that last night? No. I'll call you later. I'll sort it out. In another life, Stabberoo Sam was a fucking gangster. Did you get that package I sent your mother? Oh, thank you. Kind of second guessing this shit. Don't know what to do here, like. It's fucked up, yo. Probably better off just carving most of it out, like. Let's see. Go sing your choir shit somewhere else, fag. Swim, swim, run, run. I fucking love this song, it's hilarious. Carve that shit up like a Christmas tree. We aim to please here at Japanite Limited. And I fucking love that, like, years from now, like, have, like, a functioning, like, entertainment thing. And, like, a percentage of, like, everything we make goes to, like, the bear community. Be fucking awesome. just like financially support like projects, merch, do loads of the art for it and all, like be fucking class, like. Blood in the socks is always better than blood in the jocks. Jesus Christ. Oh God. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with his back. 3 untitled songs in a row. It's hilarious. I've only got 15 minutes left. What's morning metal? I should have put this on right at the start. Morning metal. Rapid, face smashing, face melting metal. Right, I've only got 10 minutes left. I'm going to do the fucking phrase and read comments and chat for a second or something, and then I'll fucking play the outro tune. Because then it gets to go and do other shit. Yeah, I'm going to have to carve the fuck out of his back and make it look cooler or something. Like, let's see what happens. Other than that, he's looking alright. He's a little yellow dragon. Very shiny. Balloon-like. Okay. Okay, Tobias, my feathery friend. We need to get like a close-up of his face vibrating. like every time I hit that thing, just him like man, that song, like Tobias's plight with rickets and all, like so fucking funny. The poor bird, you know. He's a trooper. He is. He's a warrior. Right. Today's phrase of the day. A just war is better than an unjust peace. It sounds nice. What is an unjust peace, though? Like a, because if like say like a lot of people are like subjugated after a war or something, like, and technically there is like peace in a sense because there's no violence because everyone's dead, or everyone who was willing to commit violence has been killed. Like you've been conquered. But would there be peace though? Just because there's no violence doesn't mean there is peace. So I suppose would that be the definition of an unjust peace? Is like a perverted peace. An unjust peace is like the slice of pizza that you don't deserve. Also applies to pies. Bonus Polak joke. Why were the Polak and his girlfriend found dead inside of a walk-in freezer in front of a television? Jesus Christ, it's like some murder mystery shit. It's like the beginning of a Saw movie, like. Why were the Polak and his girlfriend found dead inside of a walk-in freezer in front of it? How the fuck have you got a walk-in freezer in front of a television? Like how small of a walk-in freezer is that? Like? And then why is there a television behind? Oh man. Anyway, why? They wanted to Netflix and chill. Oh man, that's so bad, like, but it's so good. Like, like the punchline doesn't get me as much as the setup does. Why were the Polak and his girlfriend found dead inside of a walk-in freezer in front of a television? It's just so absurd. It's hilarious. It's like, oh, they wanted a Netflix and chill, but a bunch, like, like tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. The setup's fucking hilarious. It's like, could you imagine finding that scene as a police officer? Like, what do we got here, Jim? And it's just like I picture a walk-in freezer, and it's fucking like big, like it's like at least 8 foot across. Like if you're walking into the fucking like, there's gotta be a door, and it's like a big one. It's gonna be a big thing, like one of them walks around the walk-in freezer. I was like, oh, there's a TV back here, Jim. It's like, is there a little window in the walk-in freezer that they can watch the fucking TV from? Or is it just like that would make it even funnier if like you got to the back of the walk-in freezer on the outside and looked at the television facing it, and you're like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, why is there a TV facing this walk-in freezer? They're in the walk-in freezer in Arctic clothing, like, you know what I mean? Like fucking like welding mittens and fucking goggles and a gas mask and shit, and like 3 layers of like seal skin coating or some shit. And they're watching the telly on the outside of the freezer on their fucking iPads. Like, connected to the Wi-Fi, like, oh man. I've seen shit that stupid, like, I've been a part of shit that stupid. Like I remember fucking when me and the gang got big into Clash of Clans on the phone, and there was like 7 of us at any time, like in the room playing the same game on our phones, and like there was a period of time where I don't think I had, or I think I had internet and nobody else had internet, and then like people would have to put their hotspot on so that people could like connect and shit and all that. It was crazy. I remember like a few times like we'd be sitting there like smoking weed and shit and playing Clash of Clans, and I would think to myself, there's seven of us in the room, and we're like passing joints, but we're not talking really. Like there's some chatter now and again, but there's seven of us in my bedroom staring at these little black rectangles, and we're like playing a game. But like when you look at it from the outside, like it's just a bunch of humans sitting in a room looking at these little black rectangles. Like we're not doing anything really physically. There might be a lot of mental shit going on, but like our existence is now like essentially temporarily confined to this network that takes place on these like little black bricks. It was just like I remember like having those moments of awareness where I was like, this is fucking weird. Like this is like what I consider to be like not human, you know? Just you get that gut feeling of like this is fucking something wrong about this, like, should all just be like sitting around with cups of tea talking to each other or whatever, like, or maybe we're doing individual shit, like one of us is drawing, one of us is playing an instrument, one of us is fucking writing a fucking poem or a book or something, like, do you know what I mean? It's like you get weird moments like that where you're just like, what the fuck is this, like, what are we doing, like, right, let's stick on the outro tune. Hope your meeting goes well, Defenderoo. Yeah, well, it's like one of those craft things, It's not like the only ones that have gotten the only ones that have like produced any like stress in me where I'm like, oh, here we go, is like the ones that are one on one where it's like, so about your language, like, and you're just like, fucking hell, like, it's stomach churning. It's stomach churning, like listening to someone speak to you like that, especially when it's female. When it's like when it's another male, you're just like, ugh, what a fag. But when it's a female, there's this like, for me anyway, like like I'd say loads of you feel the same, but for me it's like I've always had that kind of chivalrous, honorable thing, but also been aware of that, like, bitches can be fucking, bitches be cray cray, like, it's like women can be very unreasonable and pathological, and logic can just be tossed out the window because their fifis, have been activated. Like, women can be a lot like children, um, regardless of their age, or whatever. Like, it's just like, obviously the same thing applies to men, but it's like with a man, it feels more like a big, like, still a kid, but not a baby, where like a man can be put in his place, typically. Where it's like difficult with women because they can just snap and lose their shit, and they can also get very like, they're inherently manipulative and like working in the shadows kind of thing, and like, saying a sly word here and a passive aggressive comment there and all. Like, it's like it's exceedingly unpleasant to interact with a female that is being inauthentic, that has that like public mask on, when you can fairly well sense that, like, like, you find yourself in situations being like, well, wait, can we just be real about this? Can we drop the bullshit? And they'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, it's very similar to like talking to AI. It's just adhering to protocol, adhering to protocol, adhering to protocol, and then you might, like, if you ask the right question in the right way, you might get like a glimmer of, just like sheer genuine honesty. But other than that, it's just adherence to protocol, adherence to protocol. parrot speak, adherence to protocol, like, which makes sense because didn't, like, was it Animal Farm or 1984? Like, didn't Orwell say there was that, like, that quote has been going around from one of his books where it's like it was the females who were the most like uh preachy and dogmatically adherent um to the ideology of Big Brother and whatever, like, it's like, and I've seen that a lot, and it makes sense because they, like, if especially if they're like emotionally immature or like insecure, or if they're like, single and living alone or some shit like that, there'd be like almost like a subconscious or conscious or epigenetic situation, like a primal instinct to cling to the group for like survival, you know. Like, it makes sense to me, like, but it remains pathetic. Like it is by definition, it, like it's understandable on an animalistic level. It's like, okay, I get that you're weak. You need to, like, cling to the strength, the source of strength, and all that, because you don't want to be like vulnerable and like and all this fucking stuff. Like, um, it makes sense, but that's why it's so fucking frustrating because it's those cunts who are like, I don't need no man, the patriarchy, all this fucking shit, and then in the same light, they're like utterly pathetic. The thing that grants them all their authority, all their power, all their satisfaction in life is like their job and their status in society and all, like, while claiming to like care about people and their culture and their feelings and the, like, the diversity, and we have to be accepting of everyone and all this fucking shit, will turn around and be and like a disgusting hypocrite. And even if they are self-aware enough to realize how fucking retarded they're being, the fear overrides any logic or sense of like dignity or, inner continuity of like, oh, I kind of feel like that's like, wrong, or like like that's ridiculous, that's like hypocritical and wrong, and like, rules for thee and not for me, and like all these different things, like all these logical fallacies and stuff like that, because the fear is there, the logic goes out the window, so they're just like, say the thing, like we saw this during COVID, like, do you know what I mean? Just say the thing, do the thing, bow, read the book, do the thing, obey, commands, cattle, sheep, like, do you know what I mean? And like, to be spoken to in that manner, collectively and individually, and to not have like that response of like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Like, like, who the fuck are you to fucking say this shit to anyone? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, let alone me. Like, but to think that you could conduct yourself in that manner in society, and not come across people like me that are like, what the fuck? Like, it's like they have performed like magic. They've cast a spell on people that is like disgusting. Like, it makes me want to vomit, like, where I'm just like, you like, oh, I like, I'm trying to pity them and not hate them. I'm trying to have like compassion and be like, okay, you're weak, you're stupid, but then some of them aren't, like, do you know what I mean? Like, some of them you can sense the whole like, no, you're not stupid, maybe you are weak, but they're not, like, you can tell they're not stupid. So like, that's when you immediately, like, logically, so if they are aware to a certain degree, that's when I'm like, oh, so you're actually wicked. You're like, you're like willingly evil. You know what you're doing, and you're doing it anyway. Like, it's like, those are the ones I'd hang. Those are the ones like, the second you realize that those people are like, oh no, yeah, and I don't care. Like, those cunts need to go. But like, whatever, it is what it is. obviously, like, like it's obvious the last few weeks in particular that I'm like processing like an intense like stuff makes me fucking. I like it either makes me want to weep or it makes me want to be like viciously violent. On the one hand, it makes me incredibly sad to watch stuff like this happen and for people to do and say these things and like see the results in every aspect of life, you know, everything from gaming to like all of entertainment, all media, and then like in our day-to-day lives of like just how things are phrased, advertisements, and like how people speak, the lexicon, the like the language, the colloquial terms, like the new slang, and all like there's this amorphous blob that's managed to reach like most people around the realm and has like infected their minds because it immediately gives authority and power to evil people. It's like, are you a backstabbing, dishonorable, undignified, horrible, lying cunt? Well, we have the job for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Oh god. Right. Um, where's the outro, Sean? I've been doing that a lot lately. Could be talking about anything, and I'll just go on a rant about how much I hate all this shit. It's obviously really affecting me. I'm trying to work through it. You know, like I said, I'm trying to like have pity and not hate, but like I'm very hateful right now. Um, just seeing the name of the song, Banashed. Oh fuck, makes me laugh every time. Banashed. There we go. This fucking laptop, man, sounds like a little mini chainsaw sometimes.
Painting, Boo. I enjoyed painting for you. And fucking philosophizing and talking a load of shite.
Hold on a sec. I didn't read those. Let me tell you why you're bigoted. Why we're bigoted against your kind of diversity. Yeah, I know, it's hilarious. Like, let me preach to you why you're wrong and I'm right. And like in the same breath that I will claim that like everyone from like, like foreigners of this land and this culture are welcome here. But you aren't. A person who was born and bred on this island, if you're going to speak, not even offensively, like not like being aggressive, not you know, admonishing people in front of, like, I didn't do anything wrong, like by normal societal standards that we all grew up with, that we all fucking like know and are aware of from just like growing up or being around other people or whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like I didn't hurt anybody's feelings. I didn't fucking offend anyone. Like, do you know, even the autistic kid that was like, "Oh, that's very politically incorrect. You could get cancelled for that." He's still chilling with me, mainly talking to me about fucking Dragon Ball and anime and shit and all this fucking stuff. Like, do you know, like, and when I explain my reasoning behind the way I speak and so on and so forth, he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah," like, and other people in the room agree with me, like, and it's fucking like, it's sickening. It's sickening to know that there's like people in your midst that have these like they literally, like I said a few minutes ago, like they have empowered the worst of us. You know, they've empowered the worst of us. Because you have to be fucking retarded or engaging in evil to want to like hold those positions and recite that shit, like, you know. Um, Females have been given too much freedom. The time will soon come where they will have to find it. Like you see that shit all over the place now, all over YouTube, all over social media, where all these women, young women, middle-aged women, you know, like older women, all these women are like ones that were staunch feminists for decades are like, I was wrong. You know, things have gotten worse. For like all sorts of shit, like it's so funny how many people that will like be like, oh no, yeah, I believe in open borders, and then 6 months later, the result of them going, no, yeah, I think that's a good thing, shows up, and they're like, oh, you know, like, and that simple ability to admit that you were wrong about something and feel the shame and the embarrassment and like, you know, like we are essentially dealing with the infantilized mind. You've a load of people who have jobs and cars and kids, like they've family, they're in society, they have responsibilities, they affect like we're all affecting each other's everyday lives, you know, whether what would you like, you know, primarily or secondarily, like, you know, fucking inadvertently or directly, like, you know, and like these people can just stop genuine human interaction in a sense. Like they can't really, you know, like I've already like worked my way around that bullshit. Like, you know, like I invited them to my house and stuff. I was like, fuck them, we don't need them. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I get that. Like that's where my frustration, my anger comes from. Is like I'm aware that you can just go, no, fuck this, and do what you want, and there's nothing they can do, you know, because those are actually the rules that most people agreed to. Like, do you know what I mean? Because like at any level, it's like an agreed upon thing. We all agree, like, not to fucking. But then you get into the whole like your average person, like the concepts of evil, and like are people just born that are just like, you know, oh, I just really want to kill someone right now, like for no reason. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like most people at least have like a rationalization and historical chronological like makeup of like why they feel the way they feel about anything, you know. It's experience, it's life. Sure, there's probably some people that are just like a bit broken physically, like materially, so their consciousness is a bit like fucked and like they could be dangerous or whatever. But I've yet to come across someone in my life that I would consider to be genuinely like wicked, you know. I think most people, even if they're an absolute cunt, like they're not wicked. They're just like weak, you know, cowardly, afraid, like, you know, like addicted to certain, like one of the seven sins or something. Like, do you know what I mean? Like they're not wicked. Like the wicked ones, it makes sense that the wicked ones would be really ugly. Like when you look at someone and they're like really fucking ugly, and in like an unwell kind of ugly, like, you know, like George Soros or something, where he literally looks like a cross between like an orc and Jabba the Hutt or something. He's just like, it just has this like appearance of this like mass of very unattractive flesh. Like, do you know what I mean? He's just this like blob, like he's just horrible looking. It makes sense because like that energy is like in him, you know. I think that like that's why I'm so fucked up lately emotionally, because like, and like mentally in a sense, because of the conflict, of the polarization, like the drastic difference between like 1 minute I'm doing a workshop in the same building with a load of them, and they really enjoy it, and everybody has a really good time, and they're all singing me praises. And one person in particular has like a profound experience where she like texts me about it and all, like, you know. And then on the other hand, I'm a blasphemer, a heretic. I will be asked to leave and not come back if I cannot watch my speech, like if I cannot like behave a certain way. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like it's uh it's monstrous. like like they are doing what they, the idea of turning around to a black person and just being like say you own a shop or something, and you're like, I don't serve niggers, you know? Like, it's your right to do that if it's your shop, sure. But like everyone in the vicinity is going to be like, what a dickhead! Like just because he's black, like, you know, that's a bit fucked. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, stereotypes exist, fucking statistics exist and shit. Like, and if someone comes in with that attitude of like that kind of walk, those kind of clothes, you know, speaking that kind of way, part of you is going to be like, oh, here we go, one of these, you know, like. But you might. It's not like you're going to be right 100% of the time, you know. Like, they're in every category of human, in every subcategory of human, there are exceptions to the rule. So that's why it's considered the societally like polite. Like, that's what I do. I'm like, even though I get the vibe that like you're a total fuckhead, like just weirdo, like all of these things, like some of them I've met, like, you know, I'm like, Jesus Christ, here's the pronouns and this and the that and all. I'm just like, oh my God, I can only imagine, like, um, but I'm not like a dick to them, you know. I'm just normal. I'm me with them. I'm just normal, and I have done nothing remotely like insulting or offensive or any of these things by like any normal standard. It's just these new, like, which is crazy in itself. It's like, well, the new societal rules are X, and it's like, excuse me, like, isn't that what colonists do? Isn't that what empires do? Is show up and go, these are the new societal rules now. Like, do you know what I mean? So like, the same person that is telling me, well, racism was invented by whites, is doing the exact same behavior. Like, getting told by an authority figure that, like, oh yeah, so this is the rule set. This is what you have to abide by while on these grounds. It's just like a church, you know. It's sick. It's like, it's sick. And I know, like part of me is just like, yeah, like, duh, you've known this for years. You know, it's just now like you're interacting with it. And then the other part of me is like, but that's kind of my point. Is like, we've all known this for years. The pendulum is swinging. There's a growing sentiment of like, fuck all this shit. So why do people still adhere to it? Fear? It has to be fear, you know, because there's no logic to that. There's no sense to it. Like, if you started to notice a shift in patterns, any logical person would be like, oh, the pattern's shifting. Perhaps we can do this now. You know, like, no, none of that. You're seeing the pattern shift and you're still being like, yeah, but it's still there though. I don't understand it. Like, anyway, I gotta fucking go. Hey, Margie. Bye, Margie. I got to go.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. If you haven't paid for painting, go. Pay for painting, go. Or you have no honor, and your ancestors will shame you from the great beyond and turn in their grave and show you their ass and fart at you. I hope you've enjoyed today's painting. I enjoyed painting for you. And fucking philosophizing and talking a load of shit. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. If you haven't paid for painting, go. Or you have no honor. And your ancestors will shame you from the great beyond and turn in their grave and show you their ass. And fart at you.
Painting goo. Right. I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, fuck.
I hope you've enjoyed today's painting, Goo. I enjoyed painting for you. And fucking philosophizing and talking a load of shit. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. If you haven't paid for painting, Goo, pay for painting, Goo. Or you have no honor. Your ancestors will shame you from the great beyond and turn in their